Caribbean Chronicles by Lizzi. Goodbye, Sint Maarten. Oh my God, after 7 fun-filled days in Sint Maarten, it was time to say goodbye. And if you know me, I love to make sure I create memories of the final hours I have in a place, the night before, the day I'm living, so that when I get home, I have this bright smile on my face when I look back at the way things went. The 8th of January was no different. I went to 3 different locations, hung out with very fun people, and then ended up having breakfast on the night at a cafe I had seen online and I wanted to check out before making my way to the airport to catch my flight to Antigua. I did come to Sint Maarten using the ferry from St. Kitts, but I was flying out of the Caribbean from Antigua back to Europe, so I went back to Antigua to get my flight back home, and it was really cool to just, have these fun memories which I'll be sharing with you on this episode. Quick rundown of my final day, last night, and last few hours before departing Sint Maarten. I would have loved to use the original audio, but it was a little loud on the terrace of Seabest, so we're going to do this voiceover so you can enjoy it as well. On the morning of the 8th, I finally took that day trip to Anguilla. If you'd like to know more about this experience, click on the link on the right side of the screen now. One thing I will remain forever grateful for when it comes to that day is the fact that I met Rachel on the ferry and we shared the cost of touring the island. So we got to see several places and I still ended up paying $70, which it would have cost me to go to the beach and back. After that, I headed back to Sint Maarten and it was time to finish up in my style, which meant live music, good food, dancing, loads of fun. I had seen that the yacht club was gonna have live music that evening. When I got there was a lady singing, accompanied by a guitarist. I had dinner there, had some ribs again, but for the fun part of it, I went over to Nowhere Special. I love the name of that place and the vibe. The waiters recognized me from the last visit, so when I came in, they sat me with Jan and Christian, who run the place, and a friend of theirs. I was having a smoky flower, which is based on mezcal and elderflower syrup. The music was great, there was loads of dancing and laughing, and I finally made it over to Lotus Club. I got back home around 1 or 2, and of course, I needed my compulsory few hours of sleep. Which I did get, and then started the next day with packing and trying to make sure my suitcase didn't cross the permitted luggage allowance before heading out to cross off 2 major things I had on my list. I really needed some medication for a rough cough I had been having, so I headed over to the Simpsons Bay Clinic, saw a doctor, got some antibiotics and a few more things, and then I had breakfast at Seabest. I got to sit outside, and then I waited for CJ to come take me to the airport. One thing I loved the most about this departure was being able to get such magnificent views of the islands from a few minutes after takeoff and a few minutes before landing. I'll be sharing that with you as well.
So that is the departure. I came in with the ferry and now I'm flying back to Antigua with Win Air. And I'm going to show you a little bit of the airport. I'm going to drop my suitcase. I'm really early, but it's okay because I didn't want to hang around, so it's fine. This is inside the airport. See the patch is wishing you a Merry Christmas. Christmas is over. Just showing you my gate. Oh, that's mine there. With that one, we'll go get in line. Win Air check-in here. Okay, this is us.
Changing a party of two, Isa, Nicole, and Lisa, kind of see today.
So, says my flight is on time. I'm trying to find cheap lip gloss since I lost mine. But let me show you a bit of the airport. There you go. They have quite a good variety of like shops and stuff like that. But no, this is cigarettes. I don't think they have here. I have to go to that cosmetic one and see if they have any cheap lip gloss. I doubt, but if they have, that would be good. Definitely larger than the other one.
I do hope you've enjoyed this episode and you also had a blast on your visit to St. Maarten. Thank you very much for watching. Yours truly, Lizzi 81.